Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have good news. We have managed to sedate Clavier, and now he will spend the rest of this case talking as if he was an M. Night Shyamalan character.
He wasn't already?
Apollo, I can't believe it.
What a twist!
Yes,
Trucy can't believe something, Cliche.
Yes,
It really happened during the second act.
Yes, the plot twist is that this was actually a superhero story all along.
Well, good job, Apollo.
So where's Mr. Glass, though?
That's kind of how lawyers are treated in this universe, though.
And how they're treated over in Japan, sadly.
And right in the middle of Langlois' performance.
Don't punch me. Why she was in that air vent?
Hey, she's not Pearl. You don't have to worry about her punching you.
And that switch and the flaming guitar.
Guitar Hero for the Nintendo Switch?
Nah.
Activision doesn't remember that exists.
When you link it all together, that's what you end up with. Well, it doesn't know that the genre itself is pretty much dead. I mean, how Rock Band couldn't even revive it.
I knew you had what it took.
Oh, Penis Head, okay.
How nice of you
Excuse
to show
Oh,
up.
it's Phoenix. Hobo Phoenix,
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry, what did the Italian in the Nut Gallery call me?
That's a spicy meatball.
Hey, I'm in the game.
Oh, Mr. Wright, I forgot you were in this game.
There's a good reason about that.
You believed in me, Senpai?
Apollo, would I have hired you if I didn't believe in you? Not really.
Well, fuck you too, then. Huh?
Psych. I just thought that it'd make a cooler entrance than saying hiya.
Then why'd you ruin it by explaining it?
If you have to explain that joke, then there is no joke.
Why do I even bother hoping?
Yeah, I think that's the tagline for this game. Why do I even bother hope?
Actually, Tail, that's more apt to your entire process of commentating on Fairfin's Giraffe.
Where have you been lately, Daddy?
Well...
I think for that one, the more appropriate is my time is wasted in this world.
You haven't been coming to the office at all.
My time is wasted in this world.
Never has there been a more fitting song for a game. Sorry about that, Trucy. I'm on a secret mission.
From God.
Foreshadowing.
But don't you ever let it go, whatever the
Secret?
hell that means.
You mean like you're undercover?
Phoenix
So the
blends in
hobo look
so
was a
well.
disguise all along.
You know, that's an ironic thing. This was actually the first Bird case that wasn't more of a
Like
filler
Mr. Dilla
case.
too. Only shorter and as well dressed. You used to be so immaculately dressed too.
Oh no! What if you're shot too, Daddy?
Trucy, I have been dropped off from a waterfall.
Yeah,
I've been
I was
hit
about to
by
say,
a car.
Phoenix has
I've been
survived
assaulted with a
worse.
fire extinguisher. I've
Almost
swallowed
poisoned
a glass
by a
with...
crazy ex.
Oh yeah, and I swallowed a locket that may have very
you
well
were
had
tasered.
poison. Would I do a thing like that to you?
You also got haunted by an ex.
Yeah, and I figured out that my crazy ex was actually not said ex, and my ex actually does love me, but she's still in jail, and hopefully someday Capcom will remember her.
Your crazy ex-girlfriend had a twin.
Anyway, I'm off for a while now, again.
Did you at least bring snackus?
That was
That's
my
Emma's job. Huh? You're leaving?
that was my cameo. Hope you enjoyed it.
No. Mr. Wright, please don't leave the series. The fans will go crazy.
Oh, one thing before I go. I'm sure fans totally won't be pissed off to see me being a completely different person who's down on his luck and everything.
What?
Good luck.
Do you mean it?
Great support.
With that expression, I'm not sure.
Looks like it's about to fall asleep.
She's like, good, whatever.
Is that all you came to say?
Never meet your idols.
I think you have things pretty much under control. Turns out I actually do believe in you.
Yes, Papa.
You'll get Machi to buy off the hook, no doubt.
See, there you go, Shiro. He really does look like Pearl.
Yeah, but
But you're after that detective, aren't you?
Emma? I didn't know she was in. Oh, right. Yeah, I misguided it all along. Daryan Crescendo.
Lord knows it wouldn't be the best thing to put Emma through another bout of suspicion. It won't be easy proving he did it. Especially not under the current court system.
More foreshadowing.
Okay.
Let it go for now.
The current court system?
Well, while it makes for a fun game-playing system, it is a rather flawed system in reality. What did
Plus, we're trying to-
Prosecutor Gavin say during the trial?
Plus, Japan's kind of changed, so...
Yeah. Your case is based on one fragile assumption. Namely, that our Diva Divine is telling the truth.
Okay.
But what about all the proof?
Ignore it.
Well, again, Lamoire did lie.
Wouldn't that be something? If in between cases, all the proof just goes out of the court record, you have to start from scratch.
The brooch and the switch.
Well, it's not that easy. A piece of jewelry and a lyrical blunder. Sounds like a coincidence, don't you think?
More like that joke.
There are plenty of other ways to explain these things. The flaming
No one's
guitar,
laughing.
too.
Spyro suddenly came out and tried to take the jewel and burnt the guitar.
Which confirms that he's coming to the Nintendo Switch. All because you lack definitive proof of their connection to the case. Trust
But I'm
me,
playing the iPhone version.
I've had no end of trouble with that.
But I'm playing the iPhone version.
There's no iPhone version of Spyro.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. If I'm playing this game on the DS, then maybe because Nintendo. But this is on iPhone.
Well, look at the bright side, Joe. This is not playing the Xbox One version, which only has 200 megabytes on the disc, and you have to download the rest of it.
Ouch. Your case melts like a butter in a frying pan.
That metaphor is dumb, and so are you.
It means that it's fragile. Butter is very fragile.
Why not just say chocolate teapot?
Ew.
Hey,
How would you
Bob.
make a teapot out of chocolate?
You what, Bob? So what do I do?
Well, allow me to give you some helpful advice.
What should I do? Should I do this or should I do that?
Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods.
What do I do?
this
Point a gun at him and say, "Confess, damn it!"
No, Apollo, you need to use cushions. Remember, the Inquisition told you that.
That reminds me. I have something to give you from our detective friend.
Gumshoe's in the game. Oh no.
Yay! Oh no.
No, they mean Emma.
Bummer.
Detective Sky. Emma? Oh my god, that was her name.
Let's see. This bag of snacks here was meant for me.
Oh, you actually brought
One
some
snack.
here, right? Here you go.
Cool.
Ah, here it is.
What the hell is that?
A broken doll.
What are those, Daddy?
What are those?
The real question is, what are those?
No, why are those?
They don't look like very good snacking material. Also, chocolate teapots do happen to be a thing.
You fantasize about tea so much that you Brits eat teapots. Okay, I won't judge.
I've never bought a chocolate teapot.
My country has chocolate tiny spoons used for coffees.
Anyway, analysis of the fragments revealed traces of gunpowder.
We actually have something similar to those in there to melt in coffee.
Yeah.
Gunpowder? That's also the name of a tea.
Hello, can I have some gunpowder, please?
It's a green tea.
Probably a firecracker or something similar, like the ones kids are into these days.
Yeah, I'll just go to my nearest tea shop and get some gunpowder.
Well,
Yeah.
considering how it's possible to buy even fireworks, why not? These fragments were found under the sofa at the scene of the crime, actually.
Huh.
By using the grab it.
Under the sofa. Let me guess, it's at home under your sofa.
Hey, Apollo!
Are you having trouble grabbing things under your sofa? Well,
There's
it's
got
easy.
to be a better way.
That's where we found that little device thingy.
Yes, introducing Grab It. Grab It allows you to grab anything thanks to its awesome hacking technology.
Right. This, Mr. Wright, don't press the switch.
Oh
Okay?
yeah, Emma told me all about that. She also told me to tell you to light off for that.
What does this
Well,
button
finally,
do?
some evidence that makes sense.
Burnt fragments received from Phoenix Wright.
And add it to the court record.
Well, that's all for me, I suppose. Maybe I might have another non sequitur to give you. See you after the verdict. Maybe. Depends on if you win.
Nice support. Right.
Every man has an igniter inside himself.
That sounds very dangerous.
So the real question is, so we need some actual gamer fuel.
Excuse
To
me?
ignite that.
Yeah, exactly, Apollo. Thank you. See, that's another thing. Phoenix's supposed wise advice comes off a lot of times as just stupid and pretentious. Honestly.
He actually does have a reason for it. It's one of those bouts where you gotta wait and see. Which
And he walks
tends to
out the
be
door, just like a magician.
Basically, find the
Normally-
igniter in Daryan
normally, what
Crescent
the
and you'll
hell?
set him off.
What does he want us to do?
See, even Truzy's lost.
Win the case, I guess. Or punch one of those security guards. Seriously, they don't do anything.
No conventional methods? What does that mean?
Hashtag
means-
think outside the box.
It means you gotta punch Crescent in the face and demand he confess.
Joy, bring forth the soft cushions.
I guess we just have to take his advice. I hope it makes sense when the time comes. Because this case is all about making sense before, am I right?
I mean,
Well,
the
there is a
second
clear-
half more so than the first half.
Well, there is a clear method for menacing a man like him. His pride is in the air, so manage to cut that.
We're almost at the finish line. Hang in there, Trucy.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
she's not
hold
the
on.
defendant.
No, yeah, hang in there, player. We're almost at the end of the case.
Let's do it.
Anyway, July 10th, 5 to 2, in the district court.
Number 3.
Also.
Court is now back in session. Prosecutor Gavin, where is Detective Crescendo? Have you recovered yet?
About that.
In the witness lounge. Where to be called?
Oh god, do we need to fire him up with a stimulant?
No,
Don't! No! Very well.
Not yet. I don't believe any of this.
Oh.
Prosecutor, are you high?
That is some crash she's having.
Daryan was the first detective I ever worked with.
Oh snap.
so but BFF.
Yep.
We stopped working together when he moved to Criminal Affairs, Division 3.
Yeah, for sounding depressed, he can snap his fingers still
It's a
incredibly.
condition. It's a reflex, Dwibs.
But his guitar playing, it fires my imagination. I love it so much. Can't you tell by my heartfelt voice?
That's nice, but it has nothing to do with the matter at hand.
Yep. The court ain't the time for personal feelings. If you got them, then I suggest you find a new prosecution.
Correct?
Oh, I know. Portrait.
What the
We'll
fuck kind of
see about
rebuttal was
that.
that?
I'm sorry, for some reason I just feel very...
Very
subdued.
well. Call the final witness to the stand, for fuck's sake. I want to get this done with. Detective Daryan Crescend.
We all want to get this over with, Your Honor.
But seriously, why the hell is he still roaming around? He's a suspect.
Hey there.
Name and occupation, please.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of that.
Name and occupation, please.
Daryan Crescend, Detective, Criminal Affairs, Division 3. That's the International Affairs Division, for those of you who didn't know.
Thanks.
Hey, just gotta keep it specific.
His hair
Court
barely fits on the
protocol.
screen.
Oh, and I'm a guitarist for the Gaviners. Maybe you've heard of us.
Yes,
I
we've
have.
heard of you. That's very nice. Now can we get on with this?
Yes, I've
Do you
heard
fully
you.
understand the circumstances under which you stand before us today?
But I don't understand the circumstances under why Mr. Hotshot Guitar, our leader over there, looks like he's coked. But yeah, I understand, Your Honor. What I don't understand is how you let this happen, partner.
Him? You're the one who cast yourself in suspicious light, mate.
To be fair, Lamar just called out his name when she heard his voice. Nobody could have seen that coming. You gave me your word I wouldn't be standing here.
So, suspected cover-up.
Why were
Take us
you
back
worried
away.
about that then?
The situation has changed there. And don't call me partner.
I wonder if that was supposed to be a little thing linking them to like the likes of Phoenix and Edgeworth who called each other partner. So much for old friends.
No. Well, he needs to be professional, man.
I see what you're doing, Daryan. You're pressing the prosecution.
Hold it.
Your Honor, if we could begin the trial.
He's
Yes, it's high time we did. Let's hear your testimony. You may begin with your response to Labois' testimony.
Oh, that is a load of crap.
More
you know,
detail, please.
the end.
If, in fact, you have anything to say about it.
Oh, I've got plenty to say. Lying must be a national pastime in Virginia.
That's Virginia.
Ding.
And wherever you're from, Mr. Justice, ha!
I don't know myself. It keeps changing every 5 minutes.
Oh,
Not just that.
whoa, we've got a horn-held joker in the house.
Conventional methods are out the window, huh? Yes, Pedro?
Not just that, but well, never mind. I lost my train of thought. Move on.
Oh, well.
Here goes nothing. Witness testimony. Daryan's rebuttal. Give me a bit to read the title, and off we go.
The diva's lying. Plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story.
Present evidence.
Can't do it yet.
In the first place, she never heard my voice. She forgot the words because she heard gunshots? As if.
Who are you, Sigvar?
Well, then stop pointing at the save menu.
Didn't Detective Emma Skye hear those gunshots during the first set anyway? The shooting took place when I was on stage, man.
So you claim Lamoire's testimony was a lie? No, I'm sure she was telling the truth.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I dig what she's doing, trying to protect that kid. It's very touching and all, but... And she's got the court eating vague statements out of her hand just 'cause she's blind.
You go too far, Daryan.
I say you don't go far enough. Like, seriously, what happened to the range on your voice, man? Look, all I'm saying is, you've got a reliable witness.
Which one?
Who do you think? Why
What
not
happened?
listen to the detective?
You see, Daryan, what happens is this entire thing caused by you is gotten me so mad that the court had to basically sedate me.
Detective Sky.
It's as if I'm the one who
I
caused
see.
all this. You can blame
We have to
Lamb
call her
for that.
again to testify.
Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination.
First things first, cross-examination time.
Yeah.
You didn't waste any time finding our weak spot. I can't do this with Lamoire's testimony alone. I'll have to find some other way to prove when the shooting took place.
This should be interesting.
You need to do it the Phoenix right way.
Ah, yeah.
I want to do it my way.
Well, your way is too conventional.
Yeah. Emma heard the gunshots during the third set. That's what you mean, mate? Let's have a look at them first.
We probably should have done this earlier, but oh well.
Objection! Some things were found at the crime scene after yesterday's trial.
What, the pieces of your case?
Ooh.
What things? Yeah, but I'm sure my pieces are easier to fit than your career, man. The first was this small device.
Aw, silly old me, I've only got a successful guitarist career and a cop career. And I get pay raises for the record.
That's the remote triggered igniter.
Correct. And one more thing. What are those? The remains of something burnt? Not another guitar, I hope.
Didn't know they made fabric guitars.
Traces of gunpowder were found on these fragments. We have a report that it was something like a firecracker. I'm
Okay.
incredibly shocked by this turn of events.
Don't worry, we know it's the meds.
How did Gavin know about this?
The heck? What the heck is my prosecution doing up on meds?
What? You think that Sky works for you?
Yeah, for the contract thing.
I received a report this morning for coming here.
Wonder if he sleeps in the prosecutor's office, knowing any problem.
Probably, it kind of looks like his room.
That's where I made my decision, actually.
I'm gonna say fuck this and leave right now. What decision is this, Prosecutor Gavin?
I registered Daryan as a witness in today's trial. Just in case.
That's nice, I guess. This raises another possibility. Those gunshot-like sounds during the first set. Could have been 2 firecrackers rigged to go off by remote control. Stop bouncing, man.
You got an active imagination, don't you?
So do the character designers.
Yeah.
You mean animators? Well, yeah.
Both.
You shouldn't say every little thing you think.
Yeah, like you're an asshole. Oh
Your
shit.
explanation there seems a bit too convenient for me.
Ugh.
How so?
Do I need to count the ways? So,
yeah.
you're saying these firecrackers just happened to go off?
It looks like
Right when
my-
two witnesses came walking by? Oh, God. I haven't
Well, yeah,
heard of a
cover
case
up.
this insane since that
Do
weird
you-
top hat guy over from London.
Do you even knowing what series you are?
Honestly,
right.
he's got a point. We've had coincidences, but never something this well timed.
So you could replace Trucy sometimes with Mr. P with Sherman for Mr. Peabody and Sherman with the way she says, "That's right," and they're saying the boss says, "Quiet you."
Yes.
I still believe Big Top as the mother of all coincidences when it comes to this.
Well, that's the thing. With Big Top, it's in that one moment, but even that wasn't so expertly timed. I mean, the only and that was all done by accident. Here, it's implied that this was planned. Like, even turn around, Big Top had to admit that, no, that was just by accident. If a firecracker goes off in the forest and there's no one there to hear,
We're using that metaphor? Seriously?
you get my drift. Why go for the trouble, man?
My meds are starting to go.
If Daryan is guilty of anything, can his punishment not be prison, but to shave his head?
Yes. Well, to be fair,
How do I
Shiri,
explain this?
to be fair, Shiri, one of the things that's been done in prison is also shaving their heads most of the time.
You may not like it.
Well, we've seen from Morgan Fay that clearly didn't happen.
True.
Oh god, Clavier is trying to nod off.
So any weakness in his short defender.
Well, it is part of my job after all.
Yes. It is.
Yeah, whatever. Let me sleep,
He
mommy.
may not look it, partner. Gee, thanks, man.
I told you, stop calling me that.
You know the sad part, Jova? The plot of someone sedating Gavin to frame Daryan is a more interesting turn of events.
Like I said, I mean, sure, Daryan's a bit of a jerk, but he never really seems to be the bout of cure status. I mean, until we
Here I
get to that
am.
point.
Well, out the hallway.
I happened to pass, and I saw something out there just before the first.
Okay.
Stay with us, Gavin.
Okay. If
uh,
someone doesn't shoot him up with stimulant, I'm going to.
We'll probably do that. in between.
Something odd?
A headset. Find all of the band and staff members were wearing.
Well, Pedro has to throw some character. Yeah, because they're just starting to try to.
Dwibs, that's what I've been doing since the beginning of this fucking game.
Yeah, I know. We picked this up in front of the door to that dressing room.
What if the headset wasn't dropped but placed? And what if it was turned?
Okay, that's it. I'm getting the dart gun.
No, Mr. Wright, don't!
Nope, I'm sorry, Apollo. I cannot let this perversion of justice continue on anymore.
You can hear what's going
What's
on
wrong
in
with
that hall.
coffee?
Yeah, why
Well,
don't
what do
you
you
bring
think's
out
it-
some coffee from Godo?
Well,
He
what
must
do you
have had
think's-
some kind of stash that he left.
Well, what do you think's in these darts? They're loaded with coffee.
Oh,
So we raided his stash after
Caffeine.
we got him arrested.
Rated his caffeine
Wow,
stash.
those boots, man.
Insult to injury.
Whose side are you on, Gavin?
The one of justice.
Yeah, that's a thing. You know, for someone who's supposedly his best friend, Clavier seems to be having little to no problems actually setting Daryan up.
Oh, there we go.
Listen to me, Daryan, there are no
Well, remember, he was reluctant until this new piece of evidence came forward.
Exactly. He said it, so.
Which is why I now turn to you, Herr Forehead.
Ah, good. The darts are starting to take effect.
It'll take a while, though.
I have a question for you.
They probably won't take full effect till the start of the next part.
We'll see.
For me?
Yes.
I'm not the one on trial here.
The igniter and the burnt fragments that were found at the scene of the crime. Eh,
Now he sounds half asleep.
It's certainly a
That's
possibility
part of
that
the
they were part
procedure.
of a ruse to fake the sound of gunshots. Throw the headset from the hallway into the mix and you could fabricate an alibi.
Huh.
There he is.
Ta-da! The miracle of Go to Blend number 1111.
Actually happened.
But we're still no closer to provide anything.
Precisely.
So-
What?
Those gunshots might have been real or fake. We can't say.
But they did exist. That we are certain of.
Well, yeah.
No, Apollo and Emma imagined them.
You've raised the possibility that the shots heard during the first set were fake.
Very good.
Now you need to prove the other half of the case.
The other half? I was trying to time the clicks actually to the beat of this song.
Look, I'll just tell him. I'm gonna tell him. Don't you dare! He wants you to prove the thing went down in the second act, genius.
Yeah.
While our little piano player was on stage.
Well,
That right, Gavin?
Don't call me Gavin. But what can I call you then? Mr. Gavin.
Mr. Prosecutor.
indeed.
Mr. Prosecutor.
If you can prove that,
And you're a fucking waste of space. Get out of here.
then to continue this cross-examination would be pointless.
He knows something's up. He just wants us to prove it. He doesn't want to do it.
Because you're lazy shit.
Well, I guess he doesn't want to be the one who puts his own friend away.
He's a coward then.
No, he's the
Remember, the
prosecution.
judge was like this with Damon.
Can you prove the crime took place during the second step? I thought it was all about finding the truth.
Yes, but at the end of the day, the job still has to be done by the defense. Exactly like in case 2-4.
That actually is kind of a thing. Even in a real-life court, if anyone were to prove someone but the defendant did it, it would need to be the defense, because at the end of the day, it's the defense's job to get their client off the hook. It's the prosecution's job to try and make it seem like the defendant actually did do it.
It can be proven.
Well,
It will be
snap.
proven. You make it sound like someone else is going to come along and do it for you.
I'm
Not
sorry,
this
did
time,
somebody
man.
call for me?
Mr. Wright, I appreciate your help, but I can do this by myself.
Alright then, I'll be waiting.
Let's continue with the cross-examination then, shall we?
In the
We'll have to wait for the next part to that.
I'll just say to you that the whole Phoenix coming in to help works much better in Ace Attorney 5 because the context there makes a lot more sense.
There was
Okay.
sadly a bit of a missed opportunity for that in Ace Attorney 6, but we'll get to that later.
See ya.
Oh
Alright,
yeah,
see ya.
yeah. Okay. See you, everybody.
See ya.